Did you know why it's called mouli? You know why it's called mouli?
It's a lazy masher, that's what it is.
You know why it's called mouli?
Why is it called a mouli?
I'll tell you why. Because the brands that used to credit this is Moulinex.
Ah.
So that's the short version of Moulinex is mouli.
What a great story. What a great story.
It is French. So here's the kitchen, brother. Do you like my little kitchen?
I'm lost. What's this, the kitchen?
So what we're going to do today, or what my head chef, Colin's going to do today, is I'm going to cook a nice little New York cut steak with peppercorn sauce, but you're going to do something a little Irish to put with it.
Well, apparently it's all I ever cook is Colcannon.
But because it's delicious.
It's delicious, but it's also like part of my childhood. It's what I grew up on. Obviously, I've made my own version.
Yes.
But it's a little bit of nostalgia, and it tastes fucking good.
It is. So what is it?
Colcannon.
Colcannon. So Colcannon is the Irish mashed potato that's given a bit of love.
It's World Potato Day. It's more than Irish. It's a meal within itself, and basically people in Ireland used to eat potatoes because they couldn't afford meat, they couldn't afford fish, whatever. So, and then they'd put in whatever they grew in the garden, so cabbage or greens or whatever. And obviously I've spruiked it up, but I'm going to put some cream in it. I'm going to put some butter in it.
Sounds French to me, man.
Calm down, Irish people, calm down. I'm going to put some olive oil in it. Look, they're going fucking crazy. He's messing with the system.
All right, so so we've got a bed of rock salt.
Rock salt, and you can keep the salt for the next time you do it. What I do is you put the potatoes on the salt. I like to give it a little prick. You know about that.
Yes, I know about that, little prick.
A little prick. So what happens is the salt draws out all the moisture in your potatoes and gives you a fluffier mash.
Indeed. So it goes in the oven for 45 minutes?
45 an hour, until you can put a knife in it and it's soft.
That's hard.
That's hard.
Because we're so good, we can make the time pass just like this. There you go, bro. Look at that.
Wow!
45 minutes in 45 seconds.
I should come here more often.
Mate, my life goes so fast. So, here we go. As you said, potatoes needs to be... Oh yeah, look at that, boom. All right, so why do you cook the potatoes in the skin?
Because what happens is, they don't take on any moisture. You know when sometimes people boil potatoes in water, it turns out wallpapery, pasty.
Yeah.
This way, it's just the actual steam that's cooking the potato.
Fabulous. So,
great way of making gnocchi as well. Irish man telling you how to make gnocchi.
I'm gonna get on with my steak if that's okay.
Well, what I like to do is just cut them open and let them steam dry a bit.
So again, to get most of the moisture out, yeah?
So 4 in hand, we used to do like 6, 7 trays of these a service to make mash. We sold that much of it.
A good mash is actually amazing, isn't it?
Well, it's a very simple dish, but you know, everything simply is done well. So see the way they're steaming dry there?
Yeah.
We're gonna get some cream on, just to heat up.
So I've got, I'll give you the pan for the cream. Here I've got some beautiful New York steak from our friend Peter from
Peter's Meats Maroubra.
Maroubra, here we go.
Great guy.
Great guy, great meat. So hot pan, skid side end, salt and pepper, be generous with seasoning. Yeah, always.
So into my cream, I'm just gonna smash a little bit of garlic.
Yeah.
And a little bit of thyme.
Bit of garlic, so bringing a bit of flavor to it, yeah?
That's it. You're already like starting off the dish. You're on a good track already. You're building flavor.
I'm going to put that on the stove on next there, so we can bring it to about quick. There we go, done.
So normally I use a masher, you know, like old school.
Yeah, I've got a mouli.
So I thought we're in the French heartland, we might as well use the mouli.
Yeah, so the mouli is that great machine where you basically put the potato on you, and it comes out on the other side. And it's
the French invented it. Yeah.
Well, of course we did.
It's like
do you know why it's called mouli? You know why it's called mouli?
It's a lazy masher, that's what it is.
You know why it's called mouli?
Why it's called a mouli?
I'll tell you why. Because the brands that used to credit this is Moulinex.
Ah.
So that's the short version of Moulinex is mouli.
What a great story. What a great story.
It is French.
So what I like to do is, I chop up my butter, and I'll throw that into the pot to melt. The secret to a really great mash is, we don't want to brown it up.
Okay, sorry, chef.
So the secret to great mash is you've got soft butter, warm milk or warm cream. So that way, when the potato goes in, there's a lot of starch. It doesn't actually seize up. So pour your cream in there now. A little bit of cream.
Oh wow, cool, all right. I'm sure the Irish are going nuts right now. Butter and cream in
There's
your
a lot of fat in there, but you know what I mean? You're not going to eat this every day, but maybe you will once you try this recipe. Okay, so where's my mouli?
Mouli's here.
Mouli. You get used to, so what I do is I just squeeze it out. And what we used to do is we used to give that to the staff.
Yeah, I mean, if you deep fry these,
yeah, beautiful.
You get beautiful crispy skin, a bit of salt. It's absolutely, actually, you know what? I'm going to keep it for tonight, mate. Unless you're licking your finger every time you touch it, but anyway. So what you want from a good steak is giving crust. So the crust happens with salt and pepper, but also hot oil in a pan, yeah? And you don't want to touch the steak too much. And now I'm going to flip it on the other side to get the same crust on the other side.
But people are afraid to put oil in the pan. Like it's a bad word. You got to have enough oil in there to get the crust.
That's right. So I'm going to flip them around now. Look at that.
Look at that.
Right? There we go. So I'm going to put this at the back to bring your cream at the front. There we go.
My mouli.
The mouli. So we've got little hooks on there, and then I'm going to do the sous chef job, mate.
And then round the other way. Tell people about that.
Yeah, so, well, you go one way to mash the potato, but you go the other way to clean the bottom and start again. So we're halfway there, just put some more in there.
So do you know, the beauty of this dish is you make more than you need, because the next day you just reheat it.
That's right.
And what I find is the onions and everything, the next day they sort of ferment a little bit into it, and it's a different taste.
Could you actually, the following day, can you actually put it in a ring and then fry it on the other side with an egg on top and some bacon for breakfast?
Yeah, that's a little bit English though.
Bubble and squeak.
We don't talk about that.
Sorry. So if you put skin in there, it doesn't matter because the skin's not going to go through.
Like years ago, I used to be very precious. Now, as I said, I wouldn't even use a mouli. I skin and everything.
Yeah.
Getting old.
Getting old, mate.
So what happens is the hot mash is going in on top of the hot cream and the hot butter, and it's staying a consistent temperature, so it's not going to clog up.
You know, I would have loved to actually be working in the same kitchen as you.
Yeah, we would have gotten a lot of trouble.
During and before and after.
Man, just look at the amount of trouble we get in filming. Never mind, you know.
Manu, here you go.
Mate, thanks.
There you go.
Thanks.
Not a problem.
Thanks, Larry.
All right, while you're doing that, spring onions.
I love a good spring onion, actually.
So I use the roots and everything. You know, because we do a lot with Oz Harvest and stuff like that. You know, if you buy something whole, you don't want to be chopping bits off and throwing it in the bin, do you?
That's right.
People are starving. Obviously, there you go. You don't have to be too fine with this, because a lot of this dish is about the texture.
Texture, different flavor, and some's going to be kind of welted, some is going to be crispy, and so on.
So what it is the heat from the mash actually cooks your vegetables, but you don't want it overcooked, so I don't need all this, so I'll keep some of that for later. Parsley, Italian.
There you go, chef.
Merci. Right, mix that up.
So you've got cream, butter, and then your mash, and you just mix.
So you're going to need, you want it wetter
than a normal mash?
Yeah, because you bring it back then.
Okay.
So have a look at that.
You want it wetter because you're going to add all the vegetables.
All the ingredients. So you don't want a really stiff one. You want it nice and loose.
That's not what your wife says, but anyway.
Oh, but you know what? It was a matter of time before that joke came out.
All right.
Have a little taste. Seasoning.
You got salt and pepper there, chef?
Yeah, it needs everything. Salt, pepper.
All right.
I'd go again with
A bit more cream?
Yeah, get it. So you can see how creamy that is and how rich.
I'm gonna go straight to the steak because I don't want them to be overcooked. So the steak have been about 3 minutes on one side, 3 minutes on the other because they're quite thick. But look at that nice crust. And what I'm gonna add now, just for a bit more fun and flavor, not of the butter, a bit of thyme, and garlic. There you go.
You can smell that, can't you? It's just like jumping out here.
That's a chefy thing to do, but
Based.
it's like doing a roast. And by basting that with the butter, which got the garlic and thyme flavor, just add another level of flavor to your steak.
You smell it.
Yeah. And I just like to rest it and come on back to basic.
Watch this, watch this. I'm just about to fuck with people's heads in Ireland, right?
No, don't do that.
Right? Olive oil
No,
into the mash.
no.
Right? There's people exploding on the other side of the globe. It's like the butter, but it just enriches it.
And it makes it nice and shiny as well.
Look at that.
Wicked.
See the way it starts to come together as well?
I like
All right.
that. All right.
Parsley. Nice and rough. Stalks and all.
Let me take the band off.
The band-aid. Rip the band off.
There you go. Careful your finger, chefs.
See, now you've done it. So we got our spring onions. We got our parsley. Bit of kale. Very on trend.
Kale used to be the boring vegetable nobody wanted to buy, and now it's like the number one green on the market, isn't it?
I deep fry it. I tempura it.
Nice.
Right. So look. But look at the amount of, say if you've got kids or whatever, like the amount of vegetables you're getting in this.
It's absolutely fabulous. So with this beautiful steak and your amazing Colcannon, we're going to serve the peppercorn by Manu. Do you know that guy, Manu?
Menu.
Menu. Yes, Pauline. Anyway, we're going to peppercorn sauce, found in every release around the country, which is amazing. Fresh sauce, fresh ingredient, no additive, no preservative, and no added sugar. Absolutely delicious. It actually stands in the midsection release, or if not in the midsection, it's in the fresh pasta in the fridge. And all you have to do is tear the packet open, like this. Open, pour into the pan and bring it to boil. No wastage, just let's roll. Boom! All right, so.
Right.
The steak is resting, the sauce is on the boil.
This is where
mashed potato.
The magic happens, right?
Yum, look at that.
So you don't want to actually overcook everything. You still want texture in there.
Yep.
And you might think, oh my God, there's a lot in there, but it actually wilts down.
I love that, look at that.
Look at that.
Well, I'm looking forward to lunch, I'm telling you now.
That's what Colcannon should be. It should be like bursting with grain, bursting with texture.
It's smelling good as well. I have a cloth.
And then what happens is you can bring it to the boil, turn it off, and the residual heat's like gonna just wilt everything, so everything's not overcooked.
So, like now, for example.
That is.
Look at that.
That is. I just taught the Frenchman to make Colcannon.
I'm going to steal your recipe and write a fifth cookbook, Irish food by Manu.
Where's the potato?
You should actually come up with a potato book and just do like the 50 potato recipes by Fastnet. That'd be selling like hot potatoes.
It's a bit racist. The Irish guy just does
Come on.
You know?
It's about publicity, bro. Look at this. And I love, you see, it doesn't stick to the pan.
Yeah, so now turn it off.
Okay, chef. All right, so Colcannon's ready. It's been resting. The sauce is boiling. I'm just gonna take the steak over to the board. It's been rested. And we're going to do a bit of slicing. Oh, taste that.
Oh my.
This is black onyx.
Oh.
Absolutely delicious. Like this, boom. You wanna fan it for me? Oh, yeah, black.
I'm a fan.
The rain is back.
This is the perfect food for this weather.
Oh my God. Such a good piece of steak. If you want to try that steak, by the way, Peter's Meat.
Support your local butcher, your local fishmonger, your local veg. Support the small guys.
Yes.
But then go to the big shop to buy the sauce.
All right, so that's your Colcannon, brother.
Very rustic, but that's what it is.
Oh, yeah. That looks like a good lunch, my man. Can I have a little bit more?
Oui.
Like, you know. You seen the size of me? Oh, don't be too chefy, come on, just...
No. And then, what I like to do is, I like to give a little bit of rawness.
A bit of fresh.
Bit of rawness. And then, in the gaps, another way you've all those little, fill it with olive oil.
Look at it, so we've got black peppercorn and green peppercorn in here.
Beautiful.
And then, again, generous with the steak, generous with the Colcannon, generous with the sauce. Because when you've got a good sauce, you want to have enough of it. So here we go, we've got a beautiful New York cut steak, peppercorn sauce with black and green peppercorn in there, and obviously Colin Fastnage, beautiful Colcannon mash. And I'm ready to eat, I'm starving. Bon appetit everyone, and to the next one.
Try it.